Hi, everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Shannon King. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, and you look so
Okay.
cute.
My name is Shannon King. I am the owner of Canna and Tice. I am the Vice President of Business Development at Wakana, and I am your chef for the night. So today we are making it is called and I found this recipe. It's called a cinnamon apple pie Betty. And so if you know me, you know I love apples. I think it's an easy fruit to handle. And so we made a few of these earlier, and I ate dinner earlier. So this is going to be the perfect complement to that by having a wonderful dessert that's also infused. And what we're going to use for the infusion today is we're going to use the Power Water Soluble, which is 500 milligrams of CBD. And we are going to use the Chili Lime, which is 200 milligrams of CBD. We're going to add a little bit of the honey if you were got on it really quickly and ordered that for the Valentine's Day special. And we're going to get right into it. So what we did first is we used 3 apples, and you can use whatever kind of apples. You can use Granny Smith. And we used 3 apples. The ingredients said that you should peel them and cube them, but I like the skins on them. I like that it gives you that fiber, and if it's not gonna hinder the recipe, then keep the peels on them. So you're definitely gonna wash it. We've got a produce wash that we use from Wakana, and we make sure that we wash all of our produce before we use it. And so we're going to use those 3 apples and cube them. And so let me show you how to do that. Super simple. Just take a couple of apples, put them together, and then you're just going to slice them. I already pre-sliced them. And so now I'm just going to cube them to save a little time and energy. And so there you go. You're just going to cube some apples. You're going to take a half a cup of butter. You can use whatever kind of butter you want. You're going to cube some bread. And so because this was a sweet recipe, I decided to use Hawaiian bread. So that's not what it said. It just said cube bread. So I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And then, so I'm just going to slice up some bread. You got to have a really sharp knife to do this. So I didn't want to stumble on camera. So I made sure that I sliced up some ahead of time. And we've actually cooked all that I sliced, but you're just going to it's all going to cook down, so it doesn't have to be pretty, but you just want it to be into some cubes. And so I did that with 3 of the rolls, the Hawaiian bread rolls, because it's sweet. It's got a little pineapple flavor in it. And this recipe is super simple. You're going to use ground cinnamon, and you're going to use about 3/4 tablespoon of that. But we used a little bit more of that because I really like it. And then we're going to use some sugar. This is just natural sugar, brown sugar. I use it in this container because it's super simple. And then we're going to use our star for tonight. It's the chili lime seasoning. This has 200 milligrams of CBD in it, and that's 5 milligrams per teaspoon serving. So this is always a great go-to. And then I'm gonna show you in the end how to kind of drizzle it with some honey and things like this. This is a super simple recipe. Half of these items you probably already have in the house. So let's get started. So in a large skillet, like I have on here, but I didn't know if you guys would be able to see it. In a large skillet, you are just going to saute the apples. And I've already made some, so I'm just gonna kind of simulate what I'm doing. You're gonna saute the apples. You're going to take a half a cup of butter. And you're going to add that in there also. And you are going to just kind of saute that for about 4 or 5 minutes until the apples are nice and soft. You don't want to really overcook them because I do like it to be crunchy and not crunchy, but just kind of soft but not mushy. And so you're just going to saute that. Then in another in another bowl, you're going to take your cinnamon and you're going to add your sugar to it, mix that together, and then you're going to have this concoction of apples, and then you're going to have your bread. You're going to take your bread and just drop them in there. So you're going to have the butter in there. The butter is going to be fried. You're going to have the apples. The house is going to smell absolutely delicious. And then you're just going to take that cinnamon and you're just going to kind of drizzle it over. It's going to give it color as that very last step. And this is kind of how it looks in the end. So it looks like this. This is the bread. This is the apples. This is the cinnamon. This is the sugar. And then because if you know me, I don't want to waste any of my CBD product. So then I take the chili lime seasoning. I definitely don't want to have to. Remember, when you're cooking with CBD, you don't want your heat to go over 350 degrees because it then burns the CBD. And so I try to do it whenever possible as the very last step. So when I get to this step, I'm going to add my CBD. And remember, we're going to do this per serving. So this is probably about 3 to 4 servings in this bowl. So 5 milligrams per serving. So that's 1 teaspoon. So you're going to use about I'd say for this about 3 or 4 teaspoons of that. But then, just kind of use it for taste. And remember, when you're cooking and you're cooking for love and all of that other stuff, you don't really have to do that much measuring, but I'm just kind of telling you for, so that you can have some kind of monitor. And then you're just going to toss them. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see this. It looks absolutely delicious. It's warm. There you go. And okay, so you got that. And then when you put it in here, so this kind of looks like a drizzle, but what this really is whipped cream. So I have the almond milk whipped cream, and I have the ready whipped milk cream. That's just the regular one with real cream. And that's the thing that you can add the drops of power water soluble on the end. But at the end, let me show you how to plate it again. Remember, you're going to toss it, and then you're just going to add it. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. You're just going to add it to there. And remember, like I said, that this was about 3 to 4 servings. So there's actually 2 more servings that can go on there. And then you're just going to take your whipped cream.
All of a sudden, I smell cinnamon.
I know. And you're going to just add that whipped cream to the top. And then, so you're going to make it look a little bit nicer than that. And then you're going to add your water soluble. Remember, the water soluble is 500 milligrams of CBD. You are going to add 3 drops to this. It blends seamlessly into the whipped cream. And then remember, you've got the CBD in the chili lime. You've got the CBD in the whipped cream. And at this point, you're just going to enjoy it. You're going to sprinkle a little bit more of your ground cinnamon and sugar on the top, and there you have it. You have this cinnamon apple Betty, and it is absolutely delicious. I had a little nibble of it earlier, and we've got some more for you. See, I've got somebody that's on the Zoom that's waiting to make some now. Everybody's calling me. So this is your cinnamon apple pan Betty, infused with loads of CBD. And so just enjoy it. Oh, one other thing I want to say, if you were wonderful enough to be able to buy the honey when it was available, just drizzle a little bit of that on the top. And you got that extra CBD in there.
Nice.
I know. And then there is your end result. So
enjoy. Oh my God.
You can top it with ice cream. You can do whatever you want. Go crazy with it. I definitely want to see those videos and see it on Facebook with people doing it, and just have fun with it. And remember to send me recipes when you get a chance. All right, back to you, Kathy.
Love it. Love it. I wouldn't have thought to put the chili lime with that, but I could see the sweet contrast there. That would be, oh man.
It gives you a wonderful little shot of spice somewhere in there, and you don't know where it comes from. It's absolutely wonderful.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Shannon. I love that segment.